Welcome, Opulence partner, nation, Opulence nation. Welcome wherever you are, wherever time it is. Welcome, Opulence and the team. Welcome and the guest. This is our leadership cocktail, and today we're interviewing our sister Ifrah Hassan. She's going to tell us all her secret, how she became the person she is today. So my name is Rahma Mohammed, LD1 Rahma from Ottawa, and I'll be interviewing her. So if I tell you a little bit about myself, as I mentioned earlier, I'm an LD1 and I joined Opulence Global 2019, 2.5 years ago. And Ifrah Hassan was the person who introduced me. Thanks to her. Without her, I would not be the person I am right now. And Opulence Global, the product, it helped me with my financial freedom, to achieve financial freedom that I have right now, and the health, the optimum health. So it helped me achieve optimum health and almost optimum financial freedom. So if I introduce you a little bit about Ifrah Hassan, and Ifrah and Hassan, she's my sister, she's my role model, she's my upline. She is so many things to me that I cannot describe. So without her, as I said earlier, and I would not have joined Opulence Global, and I would not have gained all the personal growth that I have right now. And I would not even introduce to Fountain of Life. And Fountain of Life, it helped me with so many things, like with my asthma, with my energy, because if you're working so many hours, then you need something to give you energy. So thanks to Ifrah Hassan. So welcome, my sister Ifrah. She's joining us from all the way Turkey. So she's going to introduce us to herself. So Ifrah, tell us about you and your background, and who is Ifrah Hassan, the superstar.
Wow. Thank you so much, my sister Rahma, for that very, very kind introduction. I know that we still have a lot of people jumping on, so I don't want to jump the gun. I want to give a few more minutes. But I know, Rahma, yesterday you were live from our head office on Friday, and the last night at the conference. Do you want to share with us what happened for those of us that were online, please?
Oh my God, there's no word that can describe. My feet still hurt from dancing. I had so much fun. I never been any event with the camera. This was my first time. This was a life-changing event. So it was amazing. So I got to meet the CEO, our CEO, Ramin, our Sanaz woman, our CV. Oh my God, and the whole team. I was like, oh, can I take selfie? Can I take pictures? So it was amazing. It was so much fun, so much food, so much dancing. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just dancing. Every music, I was like, so where did I learn this music? So I was just dancing with every music. So it was so much fun. I never had this much fun in my life. So yeah, I can't wait the next one in February. Yeah, that was amazing.
I love it. Oh my goodness, you're absolutely right. We can feel the excitement. I know Rico was online. A lot of us were online, and we can feel the excitement. So I'm like, imagine if we were there, right? We're just, those of you that are tuning in, welcome, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Rahma and I are just talking about what happened last night. Maybe you can share with us as well. I want to give a few minutes to people that are jumping on. I know a lot of people who, like Rahma, were there last night, or you're probably waking up a little late. So I want to make sure that everybody.
Body, all of my body and oh my gosh, I had to like, no, there's no sleep. You have to interview Frahta then. Yeah, you don't want to. I had to drink 2 cups of coffee to give me and Fountain of Life. So good thing I had my Fountain of Life with me. I massaged all my kids. So like, we were taking turn, me and my friend. So let me massage your leg, and I'll massage your leg. So because of the dancing, it was fun and so much gift. We win so much.
Tell us about that. I saw that there were so many gifts.
I got a nice wearing bracelet. I didn't wear it, so I already backed it myself. So I got all my team. So thanks to somehow they were lucky. We were our whole table won stuff gift. So, but still everybody wins something though, because we were all head to toe dressed up nice and just. I love it. Yeah, we won the shoes. One of the gift was some people they win the winter boots for the women and the men, bracelet for the fairies, and so many and posh and everything. Yeah, it was amazing. It was a life-changing experience, I would say. They just, when you see everybody's dressed up, like, oh my God, this is what I didn't know. I didn't see this piece of jewelry. I didn't see this piece of jewelry. Where can I find it? I like it. So So much things was interesting. I was like, wow, I know you from the people. There are so many people that I know of their faces, but not in person. So it was nice to be there. So I was like, I know you, but you don't know me, but I know you from Zoom call or from the pictures that the company posts. So yeah, I got to meet all the partners from all the way Vancouver. Yeah, amazing, amazing. Oh, we did so many pictures.
Wow, wow, wow. I can imagine. Rico says, I heard everybody got gifts. I bet you're thinking, Rico, what I'm thinking, where's my gift, right? right at the chat room. Who else is wondering, where's my gift?
Welcome, Sarah Saeed. Welcome all the way from Kenya. MashaAllah, Rico.
Yes, yes. Awasado, our mom, our team mom, Miriam. Welcome, my sister from Toronto. We forgot there's a lot of people jumping on, Rahma. If you want to continue to say hi to them.
Welcome, Maria. Like Maria, she danced. She was giving me a whenever she danced, I was like, okay, if she's dancing, I'm not gonna sit down. So we were like dancing all the way from Africans.
Aguata Ototo from Mombasa, Kenya. Welcome, my brother. Raymond from Philippines. Welcome. Rava from USA. I love it. I love it. Abdurrahman, alaikum salam. Welcome, welcome. And Georgie. Hello, everyone. Maggie from Kenya. I love it. Looking forward to this inspiring session. It's an honor to have you, my sister, as well. Zahra Hussein, welcome, welcome. Just saying hi to everybody. I don't know if you can see the chat, Rahma.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see our old partners saying hi to us wherever you are. Welcome. Estahil from USA. So welcome, welcome. Maria, welcome. So we had so much fun. I hope we were full packed. So Abdullah, yeah, you already welcome him. Welcome.
I love it. I love it. Mariam says we kept on dancing.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. She's still sitting from the seat she sat last night until now. Zoom after Zoom call. That's nice. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, there's lots of people jumping on. There's still lots of people jumping on. Maybe 2 more minutes, Rahman. 10 after 10, we can get started maybe.
Perfect, perfect. No, you press the link. And that one, yeah. My business partner, Mariam Jama, is saying hi to everybody. She's logging in now.
Hello, Mariam.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Assalamu alaikum. So happy to hear you, Abaya, and everyone here. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, I love it. I love it. MashaAllah. I saw everything that was happening last night. Loved how you were dancing the Somali traditional. Amazing work.
You know how she does this nice woman
that makes her dance. How to dance in Somali, and oh my gosh, she copied it. I'm telling you,
coachable, yeah.
MashaAllah, she did very good. Yes.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Good morning, Naeem. Welcome, welcome, my dear sister. Sorry, yeah.
Actually, it's probably a good idea. Maybe we should start the recording again because of the fact that we were just talking. Let me see here.
Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Opulence Empire team and Opulence Global Nation and all the guests, wherever you are, welcome to our Saturday cocktail leadership. Today we're interviewing Ifrah Hassan. She's going to tell all of her secret, how she became the superstar that she is. My name is Rahma Mohammed. I'm LD1 from Ottawa, Ontario. Yeah, welcome. So I joined Opulence Global. Before I introduce you, Ifrah, I'm going to tell a little bit about myself. I'm a car qualifier, first of all. Yeah, and I drove my car all the way from Ottawa to Toronto, to Richmond Hill. So that's amazing. Yeah, and I joined Opulence Global in 2019. This was my first time MLM company, and I gained so much experience as a personal growth, optimum health, optimal financial freedom, so much things that I cannot mention. And here, if I start saying I'm gonna talk myself, it's gonna take a while. So today is not my day, so today's the right day. So we're gonna give it the time while we are watching the time limit. So Ifrah Hassan, she's my sister, my sponsor, my upline, my coach. She's everything to me. Without her, I would not have been the person I am right now. I would not have been flourished like this or become the person I am. It helped me. She helped me, and Opulence Globe helped me grow as personal wise, increase my confidence. Everything that I cannot mention here. So, Ifrah Hassan, tell us who's Ifrah Hassan and about your background. We are so excited to see.
Thank you, my sister Rahma. Thank you for the honor. Thank you for the amazing introduction. Hello, everyone, Opulence Nation. I want to say to you, first of all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy Sunday schedule. I'm sure there's a lot you could have done, but you chose to be here with us today. And I hope that the next hour is an hour that will inspire you, to take the same path that I've been able to take the last 3.5 years ago. So my name is Ifrah Hassan, as my sister Rahma said. My background, I am originally from Somalia, and I was raised in Canada. And as far as my education is concerned, I'm a graduate from Carleton University. Yes, shout out to Gigi's. Not Gigi's, actually Gigi's is actually Ottawa U. Ravens is Carleton. I studied economics with a minor in business, but I'm also a community activist at heart. After graduating from university, I decided to give back to my community. So for 10 years, I actually was a community activist. I worked with young women, girls, women, boys, everybody from high school to university, and then from university to the workforce. So that is a little bit about my background, who I am, how I was raised. And today, this is where I'm at, of course, and we're gonna get to that in a moment.
Wow, that's an exciting introduction, mashallah. So Ifrah Hassan, since we know a little bit about your background right now, tell us please how and why you joined Opulence Global, and what makes you join or involved Opulence Global?
Great question. So how or why did I get involved with Opulence Global? So the way that I got involved, as I mentioned earlier, because I was a community activist for 10 years, one of the biggest lessons I've learned while doing my community activism, while working 9 to 5 for the government of Canada, the biggest lesson I've learned is if I want to make a real change, a tangible contribution in our society, in our world, I needed to generate wealth. That's right, I needed to generate wealth. You know the old saying, money makes the world go around, right? Without money, there isn't much you can do. It doesn't matter how hard you work, how much, you put in, how much effort you put in, you can't really get anywhere. So the question became, how do I do that, right? How do I do that? How do I make money? How do I make money? Even though that is what I studied in university, but I actually never made money before. I've never done business before. I don't have any family members that do business. So all I did is I did what I do best, which is pray. I prayed about it. I asked God, guide me, show me the right opportunity. So what happened? One day, I remember still, I think it was the last week of January, we had a youth conference coming up. So one of my biggest habit in life is that whenever we have an event, whether it's, International Women's Day, we used to do events about violence against women, right? We did a lot of work around women and girls, or it's a youth conference. Whenever I have an event, the outfit that I wear, I make sure I buy it from another woman. That's right. I've always believed in supporting local businesses. The outfit I'm wearing right now is actually from my Eid outfit a few months ago, and I did buy from a sister here in Istanbul, Turkey. So I've always believed in that. So I went to one of my favorite store, right? And when I got there, the owner of my favorite store, her name is Sahara Saeed. She's actually on the line today. She's in Kenya, originally from Ottawa, Canada as well. And what she shared with me was that after I bought my outfit, she says to me, "No, I have another business." I said, what business? I've been looking for business. What is it? And she said to me, it's an online, it's a global business. We are in health, fashion, beauty. And to this day, I remember how excited she was. I will never forget how confident she was sharing it with me. And the last thing she said really got me. Anyone who knows me, I'm a fashionista. I love dressing up. I love wearing matching jewelry, right? She says to me, you know the outfit you bought today? I'm like, yes. Imagine what you wear with that outfit, whether it's the necklace, the watch, the ring, you buy it from your own store. I said, okay, now we're talking. By the way, everything she said is right. Everything that you see today I'm wearing is right from my website. This is actually our timepiece, okay? Over $3, and I get paid to wear. That's right. Okay, everything that you see here. So she wasn't kidding. She wasn't kidding. So I said to her, okay, I want to learn more about this. How can I? So we booked an appointment 2 weeks later. And this time I met another very powerful woman who's also on the line, who's none other than Stephanie Wise. And together they sat with me. They told me three things. Right away, I knew that was the opportunity for me. Number one, the company started in 2005 in our CEO's home basement, Ottawa, Canada, my hometown. Number two, today we are in over 200 countries worldwide. I went, what? And the third thing that really sealed the deal, those of you that know, you always hear a lot about how I talk about Kenya. At the time, the top emerging markets, who do we have? We had Kenya and we had Rwanda. That's right. Thanks to our top millionaire, Reza, who was actually there at the time when I launched, he was there building Africa. Now, when in 1991, when a civil war broke out in my home country of Somalia, the first country that gave refuge to my family, that gave us a shelter, a second chance at life was Kenya. When I talk about my gratitude towards the Kenya team, it actually goes beyond Opulence. Okay, it was the first country that took us. So I used to live in Kenya as a little girl, okay, before we migrated to Canada. So in my mind, I said to myself, oh my goodness, if there is a business in Kenya, that means I can take it everywhere. I came home that day. I prayed what we call istikhara, which is a special prayer. I consulted with my mom and she gave me the go ahead and I got started. And Rahma, I can tell you, I never, ever looked back. Back to you, my sister.
Wow, 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 wow. That is a very, very, mashallah, it's very exciting, wallahi. Wow. So now, my sister Ifrah Hassan, tell us, what would you say are your three qualities? Three greatest qualities. I know you have so many qualities, I cannot count them. What would you tell us are your three greatest qualities, my friend?
Okay, so my greatest qualities, man, some of them I'm still working on it. So I don't know if I can call it a great, to be honest. I'm still working on it. The first one is consistency, I would say. Consistency. And that is something that growing up as a young kid, I was always taught, whatever it is that you start, make sure that you do it no matter what. Okay, so consistency is doing everything that I do. It's as little as it is. In fact, you know, as a devoted Muslim, it's actually mentioned in the Quran, you know, God loves the most beloved activities to God are the ones that are done consistently. Even if it is mithqala dharra, which is small, it doesn't matter, right? So I would say consistency. The second one, I would say professionalism. Yes, professionalism. Showing up properly, right? Something as simple as today's call, right? If I don't show up properly, before I open my mouth, what is the first thing that you all see? How I look, right? How I dress. So if I'm sitting here talking about this amazing opportunity that I have, or before that, about, you know, who I am as a person, show me, right? Show me before you talk. I don't have time to get to know you, show me. So that is the second one I would say is I carry myself with the utmost, the highest that I can. Like I said, I'm working on a lot of the quality still, professionalism. The third one, this one, I am definitely far from being great at it, definitely far from being great at it. And that is to perform whatever it is that I do with excellence. Excellence. Again, you know, as a devoted Muslim, I use a lot of the quotes from the Quran. I'm sure it's the same with the Bible and all the other, you know, amazing books or whatever belief that you have. You know, we are taught to do everything that we do with ihsan, Ihsan, that's the Arabic word for excellence. So I try whatever it is that I do every single day to do it with the utmost excellence that I can. Okay. So for instance, when I'm training my team, right? When I'm presenting my business, when I'm helping a family, a friend, right? A loved one, a community member, I can't do it maybe 50%, 80%, even 99% doesn't count. 99.99% even doesn't count. I always try to do it 110%, 150%, 200%, however that I can. But like I said, this is something that I'm working on. And I ask all of you to pray for me that God continues to give me the courage and the patience to strive for the best version of myself every single day. Back to you, my sister.
Wow, 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 wow. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. That's amazing, my friend, my sister. So the next question is, I know you, and since you joined Opulence Global in the last 3.5 years, you have achieved so much remarkable milestones. So we would like to know what's your highlights of those remarkable milestones. I know there are so many. If you say we're gonna talk, it's gonna take another whole video about it. So just tell us some of the highlights that you achieved since you were with Opulence Global the last 3.5 years.
Wow, you're right, Rahma. There's so much. Where do I start? Where
I
do I
know.
start? Oh my goodness. You know, coming off from last night's convention or conference, even that is a big highlight, right? My greatest highlight, the first one, the first real highlight, I would say, that really started shifting me from, you know, the community activist to now a businesswoman, a global businesswoman, would be in 2018 when I traveled to Kenya. Yes, it was my first time going back to Africa in almost 3 decades, right? And kudos to our top millionaire. I don't know if he's on the line today, Reza. He saw something in me that I didn't even see it. I remember, and I'm sure Steph and Rebecca remember this as well. Every Tuesday in Ottawa, we have a gathering. We have, you know, we present the business and the product and everything. So we have guests that come in. At the end of that, I remember we always do a little, like, what can we do better? What are we doing, you know, good? How can we improve and stuff? And he looked at me, and it was like, I think about 2 weeks before the conference happening. It was the first big conference in Kenya, or in, I would say, maybe actually it happened in Nigeria, not in all of Africa, but East Africa maybe. Anyways, he said to me, Ifrah, you know, you should be there.
Yeah.
Mind you, at the time I was in business for maybe 6 months, brand new, right? I'm still learning. I knew nothing about network marketing coming into this. So I'm learning, I'm a baby, I'm literally crawling. And he said to me, Ifrah, you need to be there. He wants me to be at an international conference with very minimum experience. And at first, I honestly thought he was joking. I didn't think, or he just saying it to make me feel like as if, you know, to help me realize my potential, or to encourage me. That's what I thought at first. But then he meant it. He meant it. He said, you should be there, Frah. You should be there. So I remember I went home that night and I did what I do best, right? I actually, after praying about it, I talked to my mom about it. And like Reza, my mom said, I think he's right. I told her, I said, Mom, our top millionaire is going there. This is what he tells me. What do you think? She said, I think he's right. And then I went and talked to my brother. This time, it wasn't enough just my mom. Remember when I was starting my business, my mom said, go ahead, and it was good. But now I want to talk to my brother, right? Because something in me, it's still scared, right? I talked to my brother and he said, I think he's right. You should go check it out. So I packed. Oh, actually, so the next day I went to work. I still remember I had only 1 week of vacation. This was back in the day when I worked full time. I had 1 week of vacation. So I talked to my manager. I said, I'm going to Africa. I haven't been there almost 3 decades. And I only had 1 week. Of course, it's not enough to go to Africa with 1 week, right?
Yeah.
So he said, you know what, Ifrah, I'm going to give you 2 weeks, But listen to this, okay? For those of us that are in the Opulence right now, this is something that's foreign, right? Those of us that do full-time Opulence, he said to me, I'm gonna give you an extra week, but it's gonna be unpaid leave. That's right, unpaid vacation. We joke a lot about Opulence right now, right? And we always say we are on paid vacation, right? Paid vacation, my sister Miriam and I always joke about it, right? Paid vacation, well, there's no such thing. He said, I'm gonna give you extra week, but it's gonna be unpaid. I thought to myself, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it big. And I said, sure. So I bought my flight, I went to Kenya, and I actually stayed in the same hotel that our top millionaire was staying at and everything. I still went there, financed myself, used every savings that I have, everything, and I went there. And it was the best decision I've ever made for myself. Imagine spending an entire 10 days with top leaders like my sister Nancy, right? Lucy, I always call the tall and the short Lucy, right? Now I know it's Lucy Karanja and Lucy Kuria, right? At the time, that's what I used to say, right? Learning from those people, working with them. Our senior vice president showed up, our sales development manager, Daniela. And that really kickstarted the person that you know today. Prior to that, anyone who knew me, I was nowhere where I'm at today. So that was the biggest highlight for me. Number one, 2018, going to Kenya. And the second one would have to be the cruise. Where are my cruise goers? Yes, where are my cruise goers? The cruise, it was amazing. It was the best decision once again that I made. And I remember at the time, our CEO, thanks to our CEO with, we always say a CEO with a gold of heart, he actually allowed those of us that were LD1 to be able to pay half their way and still be able to go. You didn't have to wait until you're LD2. It was the cruise. And there I met with champions upon champions upon champions. Among them, of course, I don't know if she's online, my sister Vern. Yes, my sister Vern. And I will never forget. And she's a perfect example when we talk about Opulence Nation being Opulence Nation. I remember, I think it was 2 days before the cruise was ending, we booked an appointment. The first time I saw her, after our first initial meeting, I said, hi, and I said, I want to sit down with you, Vern. Look at your calendar, and I want to sit down with you. And I remember the day that we sat down together, she was supposed to be doing a team building with her team from St. Lucia. And she sat with me for 2.5 hours. And wow. You know what we're doing the whole time? Yes, you know what we're doing the whole time? Crunching numbers. I was very honest with her. I told her, listen, my sister, I work full-time right now, but I want to get rid of that job as quickly as possible. At the time, all I was interested in was being able to replace my full-time income. And that was at least to be making $5,000 a month from Opulence. I said, Vern, show me, how can I make $5,000 a month so I can quit my government job? And she crunched the numbers with me for 2.5 hours.
Wow, yes. That is amazing.
Yes. Now, wow. Let me ask you this, wow. All of you here, let me ask you this. Do you call that selfless? Is that selfless act for Vern to do that? Right? To take the time to sit with me. This is what I love about an Opulence Nation, right? We're always there to help me. It would have been very easy for her to say, you know what, Ifrah, I already have a plan with my team. Good luck to you, my sister. But no, she took the time. And that is what I love about, again, our Opulence Nation. For those of you that are guests, I know that we have a lot of them here. The third one, my sister, if you allow me, do we still have time?
I believe so. Yes. So we can squeeze in. Yes, you do have time. You have some time.
This one is huge for me. So when Vern did that number crunching with me, remember I said I wanted to quit my government job? Well, that day came. It came. 6 months later, I was able not only to replace my full-time income, which was $5,000 a month, I actually doubled. That's right. I doubled.
That's amazing. MashaAllah. That's amazing.
Thank you. So what do you think was the first thing I did? I emailed my manager. Yes. I said, I'm going to give you, at the time I thought only 2 weeks would have been enough notice. he actually asked me to stick around for 2 months because he needed me to train the next person. It was during COVID and everything. So I stayed back for 2 months, but I gave my notice as quickly as possible. And what I will never forget is when he got my email, he thought, a lot of people, as you know, because of COVID, the stress, the everything that happened, a lot of people went through a lot of distress, right? Depression, right? Anxiety. He thought something was seriously wrong. And he called me and he said, Ifrah, are you sure? Are you sure you want to quit your government job? You have a 10-year-old permanent government job you want to quit. And I said, yes. And by the way, I did not lose my mind. I actually doubled my income. And he was so proud of me. He was actually very supportive. Unlike a lot of managers, he was supportive. And he said, okay, good for you, but give me 2 months. I need 2 months of your time. So I stuck around for 2 months to make sure that we did the transition properly. So that's my third biggest highlight. Back to you, my sister Rahma.
Wow, 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 wow. If you did not make that decision, I don't think you would have went in Turkey and just spend and have the best opulence lifestyle that you always dreamed of. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, MashaAllah, tabarakallah. See what we're talking about here? Without opulence, you cannot have the freedom, the opulence lifestyle, live whatever you want without worrying about paycheck to paycheck. Inshallah, we can all achieve. If Ifrah can achieve it, we can achieve it. We just have to come with the commitment, with the plea, just do whatever just follow her route, how she did it, that we can all do it. Because she born 9 months and we are born 9 months. Hopefully, yes. Even though some people, they born less than, 9 months. So, wow, wow, wow. I don't even know where to start the next question. So I know you have so many. I want to jump from my chair. So, wow. So I know, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. I know you achieved so much, and so much success, mashallah, so much financial freedom. And you want to do so much things for the community, Somali community, the other community, whatever community, and support all the donation, whatever you want to support. So I want to know what's your mission in life and with Opulence and Global. So yeah, I guess just share with us what mission or what's your future plan, or what do you want to achieve in life and with Opulence Global. Even though I think I know some of the answer of the questions, but go ahead, my friend.
Thank you, my sister. Wow, wow, wow. What is my mission in life and with Opulence? You know, the beauty, normally it would be 2 different answers, right? What I love about our vehicle called Opulence Global, it actually not only allows you to achieve your mission, but it's also the gateway to achieving it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Opulence doesn't only allow you to achieve your mission, but it's actually the gateway to achieving it. So from the moment I can remember, for as long as I can remember, I've always believed. Somebody needs to go on mute.
Who is that? Oh,
okay. Yeah. Please mute yourselves. Thank you. I know we have a lot of people jumping on.
Alrighty.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So I always believe that God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God the Almighty, brought me into this world for a bigger purpose than myself. So way back, remember when I talked about how after graduating from university, getting a decent government job, I was still a community activist. What I didn't share is why I was doing that. It did not fulfill my purpose. Working 9 to 5, making a decent paycheck did not fulfill my purpose. So when finally I realized my purpose was giving back, I started doing a community activist, right? So now when I found Opulence, the vehicle, earlier I spoke about, I wanted to maximize my contribution, right? I didn't want just to contribute a little bit as a community activist, right? Pay a little bit from my pocket here, do a little bit of here, not have enough time and freedom that I have today as someone who doesn't, take orders or take action from anybody. So my mission in life is to be able to touch millions of lives, millions of lives around the world. It's starting with my community. The reason why I started with my community, I'm a believer in the saying that charity, it starts at home. That's right. Charity, it starts at home. So you gotta have to start with your friends, your family, your community members, then to be able to touch the lives of people around the world from all background, from all religion, from all gender, right? But you gotta start somewhere. And that is, for me, my community. So my mission in life is that, and my target, and I know when you laughed earlier, because I hammer this every single day in our team meeting, my target, when I heard our CEO talk about his mission, the reason why he decided to say the billion wasn't so much so that he wants to be a $1 billion company. In fact, if he wants to, he can be that today.
Yes.
He said it's because I want to create 1,000 millionaires. When I heard that, I put a target for myself as well. And I promised myself that inshallah, bi'inillahi kareem, God willing, that 1,000, at least 100 has to come from my team. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Inshallah.
I want to be able to be responsible for at least 100 millionaires around the world. I don't care where they are or their background or whatever it is. And if it wasn't for the amazing vehicle that we have, Opulence, I would never dare to dream about such number. I would never dare to. And this is why I say my mission and the Opulence mission is exactly the same. They complement each other because we happen to have a CEO that has the same mission and goal, which is to help millions of people around the world. And what I love about our compensation plan, if I can put it in there, is the fact that 70% of our revenue is actually paid out to us as Opulence Global Nation.
Wow.
No other MLM company offers that. That's right. No other MLM company offers that. And that goes to show you the unlimited potential that you have with Opulence. Okay?
Wow.
Back to you, my sister.
Wow, wow, wow. That is amazing. See what we're talking about here? Opulence Global is very amazing, amazing. It can give you whatever you want. Full-time, if it wants to be your full-time income, part-time income, supplemental income. Just you desire and it will provide you. As long as you meet A, B, and C. Wow, that's amazing. Since Opulence Global can give us that much freedom and all those stuff, and think of that it help you. So can you describe one word, and what would you describe if you want to describe Opulence Global in one word? What would that be? I know it can be so many words. how I know, yeah, what would you describe? Yeah.
Wow. We have 75 people on. Maybe I should ask the audience, what does Opulence mean to you? What does Opulence mean to you? I don't like the idea of just me sitting here. Let's hear from everybody. What does Opulence mean to you? That's essentially what Rahma is asking. I love it. My soul sister says freedom. Okay, let me ask you. I want to see 74 other responses here. And if you're a guest, take a guess. Take a guess. I love it. For Bernie says love. Jana says freedom and speed. Go ahead, Rahma, you can read it.
Agwaba say total freedom. Katrina say a miracle. Samsam Abdi say my future backbone. Jama said again empire. Sahara Hussein freedom and speed. Marian Jama freedom. Farhan Yusuf unbelievable. Wow, I know it's very amazing. Anab Shiro freedom. Everybody saying freedom. I guess financial freedom, optimum health. What me? I would say optimum health. Opulence Global give me optimal health. Yeah, pure bliss, Katrina. That is
I love Gladwell. I love Gladwell. He says choices.
Choices, mashallah. Yeah.
I love that. Choices.
Yeah. It gives you so many choices, whatever you want to be. Peace of mind. Leila.
Farbonia says options. I love it.
Some people, it's a wake up for them. Saving lives is Dorothy. Sarah Saidia. MashaAllah. Larry, Freedom, Community, Global Togetherness. MashaAllah. That's amazing. Nasra Mira, inspiration. It's very inspirational.
I
Catherine.
love it. This crowd is amazing. I love how you're all engaged.
Sarah Said, family. So Opulence Global, it can be so many things. Future billionaires. Why not? It can produce the future billionaires of all the nations. Hope. I love how so many hope people arose. It gives hope, whether it's to hope to the future, hope to health, hope to financial freedom. It could be any hope that you desire. Terry, he wrote, bringing freedom to the others. See, that's amazing. Freedom, whatever freedom they want to have, if they want to quit their 8 to 5 job, if they want to quit paycheck to paycheck, whatever work they do. Wow. Hafsa Degan, financial freedom, one nation, one optimum health, and even lifestyle. I always forget the lifestyle part. Yeah, that's amazing. Everybody.
I love it. The reason why I brought it, if you allow me, Rahma, the reason why I brought it back to everybody here, I wanted to show you that Opulence is for everyone. That's right. Write it for me. Opulence is for everyone. It's not for a certain gender, a certain background, status. Opulence is for everyone. That's right. It is, in fact, the only option, the only choice for the average person to be able to what? To be able to hit the financial home run as we all want to. That is why I wanted to bring it back to all of you, right? This vehicle is for everyone. And we all have the exact same opportunity, the same chance as our top millionaires to become that next top millionaire, the next youngest millionaire, the exact same opportunity. Yes, that is why I brought it back.
Nice. Why not? If they can do it, we can all do it. If we have the will, we have the way. So Opulence has the way. If you just come up with the will and you can achieve the financial freedom, the financial, and whatever financial you want to be free of, and the optimal health, the optimal lifestyle, the Opulence lifestyle, freedom to live whatever you want without worrying about paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, so Opulence is the best of the best. So that is very interesting.
Yes, Ahmed says, can we say financial future? Absolutely. In fact, our CEO was sharing with us the other day about, the forensic. By the way, those of you that are guests, welcome. I think Ahmed is also a guest here. Welcome. Forensic Networker. That is a course that our CEO, a book that it was written in 22 years ago, and he talked about how in the MLM before versus the MLM today. The MLM before was all about get in, make money. But today it's about the future. It's about security. It's about insurance, right? So yes, Ahmed, it is financial future. That's right. It's not only about now, but it's also to secure you for the future. I love it. So to answer your question, I would have to go with the favorite word that everybody put in. Starting with my sister, Stephanie, which is freedom. To me, when I think about freedom, it's not so much about money and what you have. It's about choices. That's why I loved earlier, I believe it was Gladwell that wrote choices, right? It's about having the choice to eat what you want to eat, live where you want to live, like myself, 1 year in Turkey, right? Wear what you want to wear and still be able to live the optimal lifestyle, to be able to live a life of contribution, a life of service. So back to you, my sister Rahma. Maybe you might want to open up the line here before we wrap up.
Wow, that is a very exciting information, very exciting, inspirational call this morning. If you were asleep, I hope you're awake now. You get energized. You don't even need a coffee. I brought a coffee and I didn't even drink my coffee from Starbucks. See how hyper I get when I'm on these calls. This is why it's important for our teams to be on the calls. You get the energy, you get the excitement, and you get the fuel. So that is my question is for Ifrah, my side. So I'm gonna open the line for the guests now. Whoever is on the guest, they can. Whoever wants to ask question to Ifrah, they can raise their hands up. If you are a partner, if you are a guest, but we're gonna go first to the guest, and we're gonna ask questions. Then we're gonna ask the partner to raise their hand to ask any question they have for Ifrah. All right, I have one hand raised now. Okay, ask to unmute. Welcome, Sarah Hussein.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's taking part of this meeting. I also wanted to take a moment and welcome my sister Ifrah to this wonderful meeting, and also congratulate her for her success over the years. What Ifrah does for us is amazing. First, she takes 6 days from the week just to teach her guests and team members how certain things in Opulence Global work. Then on her remaining day, she hosts specific training sessions with her fellow leaders in order to expand their knowledge and skills on Opulence Global. I hope that there are more people like Ifrah in the future. Ifrah, I would like to let you know that you are an amazing teacher and leader and inspiration to everyone, especially for us Somalis, as you are one of the only leaders we look up to. In the near future, we want to mimic your success, not only for our own benefit, but to help newcomers as well. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. I could say better in Somali, but I had to write it down all this in English. So thank you. I cannot thank you enough in English, but Somali later on today, I will say more than this. Thank you, my dear.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Thank you, Sarah Hussein, for coming on. I know what she does, Ifrah, is countless. It's countless. Without her, we would not have achieved where we are right now, and we would not have been Opulence Global, an MLM company. Yeah, this is my first time being in the MLM company, so thank you very much, my sister Ifrah, and thank you for taking the time today to give all your secrets about how you achieved what you achieved today, and all your tips and all your secrets. So anyone else who wants to ask questions?
Thank you, my sister Zahra. You mentioned something about, I wish everyone was like you. Well, I beg to differ. I wish I was like you, my sister Zahra. I know how hard you work. Wake up 3, 4 a.m. for your team in Australia and New Zealand while you're all the way in the US. That is the kind of leader that you need to be in this industry. So I look up to you as well, my sister, raising 4 kids at the same time. Thank you for all you do. And yes, see you on our second call coming up in about 30 minutes. We have our team call. See you there. Sister Zahra will be running it with me. She's amazing. Thank you, my sister. I love Fermonia. Fermonia, I love it. Her question, you're welcome, Anto. Fermonia said, when you sat with Gornisha for 2.5 hours, what did she say you could do to earn 5,000? I love it. I love it. So you all know Vernisha is our retailer queen, right? It's all about retailing products. So that is what we calculated, my sister Fabronia. We calculated how many products I will need to sell every single day for 30 days to be able to achieve 5,000. So now it depends. Am I only doing Fountain of Life? Am I doing with toothpaste, with the cream, the fashion, everything, right? We always recommend to do everything. So that's what you're gonna do. Right now, actually, that is what I've been doing with all the people that are coming into our team. When they reach out to me and they ask me for advice, that's what I say to them. How much do you want to earn? Some people will say, I want to earn 500 extra. Fantastic. Here are the products. This is your commission on it, right? So how many do you want to sell? That's what you're going to do, my sister. Sit down and look through how many profit you're making on each. The reason why we focus on retail profit, it's because that is something that you have control over, right? You don't know how many people will be launching. You don't know if you're going to hit MGRS. You don't know how much commission you're going to be earning. What is in your control is the retail profit, which is why when we do the 12 ways of earning income, it's the first one. We all have control over it. So ask yourself, my sister Fabronia, how many bottles of Fountain of Life do I want to sell this month to earn this much? How many toothpaste do I want to sell to earn this much, right? So that is how we calculated, my sister. But excellent question. Now you have it, Vernisha's blueprint.
Wow. I wrote it down. What you just told us. MashaAllah, that's amazing. That is another way of looking at it. So, yeah, you don't have to depend on people that you recruit, the commission that you're going to get. So you can sell the product, whether it's fashion, the toothpaste spray. And you share it and care. You share, you care, and people, you get the money and people thank you at the end. So win-win-win for everybody. Amazing. Any other question?
Yes, do you see the chat? There's one more question from Catherine. Another excellent question.
In the hand, they write it down. Okay, Catherine, she wrote, what are the challenges you face in process of selling and recruitment, and how do you overcome them? So that's an amazing question. Thank you, dear.
Yes, excellent question, Catherine. So the challenges that I have faced is probably the same challenges that you're facing right now, my sister. It's the exact same thing, right? We all walk through the same path. It's only about how many no's, our sales development manager, Danny, also always says, the only difference between an LD2 and a lifestyle advisor is because the LD2 has had more rejections, more no's, right? So rejections, the biggest challenge, rejections. People not willing to buy my product or even take a look at my business opportunity. And what I learned is the law of average. Yes. When I listened to Jim Rohn one day, who is one of the motivational speakers that I listen to daily, talked about the law of average. And as you know, Catherine, the law of average is basically when you do something for a long period of time, a certain period of time, a ratio will appear. So I realized if I wanted to get at least, let's say, one lifestyle advisor every single month, so I can make it for my MGRs, which is the requirement, the only requirement is at least one launch, right? A lifestyle advisor, a lifestyle promoter. I asked myself, how many people do I need to talk to every single day? So at the beginning, the first 2 years before I hit my, I left my government job, right? I would present my business every single day to at least one person. So 30 days a month, at least one person. So that's 30 people. Now in forensic, we're taught, right? When you talk to at least 40 people, two to one will say yes, okay? Or at least buy something. And 100 people is 2 to 3. Or is it the other way around? I'm mixing something, or forensic. Basically, what that means is I realized if I wanted to get at least one launch every single month, I couldn't just do one person a day. I needed to make it more people, right? I needed to get more people in. So that is what I did after the first, I think I started opening up the lines. Right now we run Somali webinar 4 times a week, and we have limitless people that show up. And I started that right after I came back from UK 2019 with our CEO founder and our senior vice president. That is what I started. Before that, it was once. So that gave me a better chance of being able to get more people in. So basically what you need to do, Catherine, is to be able to increase the amount of people you're talking to, right? The amount of presentations that you're doing, and you'll be amazed how much you actually catch up to the law of average, where you are now getting higher percentage of people either buying your product or accepting your opportunity. Okay. So that's how
wow, that's mashallah. I hope that she answered your question. I have Sir Said raise her hand, and I have 2 questions for you. So we're gonna go have a Sahra, then my question is for you. 2 questions. Okay. Ask to unmute. Oh, Sarah, you put your hand up. Is it by mistake?
Yes, yes, Habaryar, it's not a mistake. I put it on. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Welcome, Habo.
Habo, wow, mashallah. Really, I'm so proud to you, all of you, and I'm very happy. Especially Ifrah. Ifrah, mashallah, tabarakallah. I always say that I'm so proud to you. And also I have to mention, I'm learning a lot, MLM business, and the lucky somebody got first time they invited somebody into their business. Somebody like Ifrah is a 1 in a million. And I'm so proud and I'm so humble, and my heart is so humble that I accepted my business of Opulence, and the first person I ever talked to, and at the same time say yes, and it become the best. It's just you, Ifrah Hassan. Filson, mashallah. I'm so proud to you. Habo, I have to tell you, Habo means auntie, those of us who speak in English only. Means Ifrah. In my culture, we raise our children. Parents lead the beginning. Parents raise the child. But just a few years later, when the child hit 16 or 17, the role is switch. I'm telling you, me and you, our role is switch. And now you are doing all the caring, not only me, but the rest of the community too. Not only the rest of the community, the rest of Opulence. Not only the rest of Opulence, inshallah, the world will recognize you. The world will recognize you. I can't wait to be beside you the day you get the star, when the world recognizes you. And I know it will happen, Ifrah. Absolutely, it will happen. We're waiting. And I'm so proud to you, all our family in Opulence. Welcome and keep up. We working together as a family, as we are always. Really, I'm ready. I did my Umrah and I get my vacation, and let's back together. Let's set a new goal. Let's the race. Thank you, all of you. I'm leaving you there. Rahma, thank you for being such a good host and amazing leadership too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. It's 11 o'clock and we have 2 more questions for Ifrah. Or what should we do? Is Ifrah with us? Yeah, she's with us. All right. Are you ready? My 2 questions, then we'll close the call before it gets too long. All right, you're there. Okay, never mind. Somehow my screen was showing me only Habar Sahru. All right, I have 2 questions. The first question is that, what's your daily routine when you wake up? I know, first when you wake up, whatever you do, just give us a summary of your daily routine. 1 day, how it goes from when you wake up until you sleep, and what keeps you motivated or keeps you energized, and what's your secret that makes you stay motivated and excited? I know you have to have like the mentality for the business, but sometimes you have downtime. Sometimes you just feel like a bit lazy. What makes you like excited and motivated, and how do you manage your day? I hope you know what I mean, right?
Yes, that's a great question. Thank you, Habasara. By the way, much love to you, Habaryar. Inshallah, you'll return home soon, and we'll see you on the Somali call. We can't wait all the update that you have for us. So my daily routine. So when I wake up in the morning, of course, I start with my daily prayer. I listen at least 30 minutes to 1 hour of motivational, anywhere from Jim Rohn to Les Brown to Robin Sharma, all the people that I look up to that have really, went through the same path pretty much to get to where they are today. So I do that. And then I get to work. So I start with my 5 support, anything urgent, right? I always categorize, right? What is important and urgent to what is urgent and not important, or what is important and not urgent, and those things. So I always categorize that. So I do that until like lunchtime. So I take an hour break. Again, I break for prayers, eat my lunch, and then go for a walk or something, and then come back and start right back at it. And then we run the Somali webinars, as you know, Rahma. And so basically I put in a minimum 10 to 12, sometimes 15 hours every single day into my business. Now that I'm a full-time, right? Now that I'm a full-time. Prior to those of you that are interested, when I was working, how did I manage? I worked a 9 to 5, and it would take me at least an hour to get to my appointment if I had an appointment or if I was going home. So 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. or sometimes 6 to 9. Anywhere from 3 to 4 hours every single day I would put into my business Monday to Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I would do it full time. So if you do the math, that's about 30 hours a week into my Opulence business on top of my full-time business, right? Of course, those of you that are guests, I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, is that what I have to do? No, that is the path I chose. All you need to do, according to Forensic, again, I'm gonna be referencing that a lot because it's amazing. If you've never heard of Forensic, whoever invited you, get a hold of our Forensic box and all the trainings that our CEO does every Tuesday night. You only need 10 to 15 hours, 10 to 15 hours to do this business part-time serious, right? So if you're full-time, I'm not telling you have to leave your job. If you're a student, I'm not telling you to quit school. No, if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, whatever you're doing, you can do it on top of it. And that is the beauty of our business. So that is about my routine. In terms of how do I stay motivated, it is very simple. Earlier, I spoke about my why. My why is something that stuck with me from the day pretty much had, I don't want to say the day I was born because I didn't have a mind yet, but from the day that I actually had a mind to think, right, is to be able to leave a legacy, to be able to touch lives, to be able to leave this world better than I found, right? So when I have that, and on top of that, my target I mentioned earlier is to be able to create what? At least 100 millionaires. So I'm here. When we talk about the billion, I'm here for the long haul. I want that 1,000 millionaires more than anyone. Why? That means I'm going to hit my target as well, right? Inshallah, God willing, and we're going to hit there. So that is what keeps me up. Every day I look back and I said, this is the promise you made to yourself. What are you doing wanting to sleep, right? So that is what keeps me motivated. My sister is my target. And of course, staying consistent with my daily routine.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. That's amazing. That's all we want to hear. Thank you for sharing and thank you for your time. And we're gonna take stepwise, then we're gonna close the call. We are 5 minutes past the hour.
Sorry, before you take Steph, maybe Jama has a question. I don't know if you can see the chat. Jama has an excellent question.
Jama, Ifrah, if you could start over again from day one, what would you do differently in 30 days? Oh, that's an amazing question, my friend Jama. That's amazing. Go ahead, my dear.
Great question, Jama. Jama is actually one of our lifestyle director ones all the way down and under Australia. Very proud of you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's very late for you. So what would I do? If I could start all over again, what would I do differently in 30 days? Oh my goodness. This is why we have the 30-day business planning session, right? Danny does it. Honestly, my brother is learning the system. Our system, if you follow it to a T the way that it is guaranteed to take you to that promised land, inshallah, God willing, right? So that is what I recommend to anyone who's brand new. Just learn the system, the 12 commandments, right? The 12 commandments of opulence. That's it. Learn that and you'll be able to apply yourself. So that is my advice to anyone who's new. Learn the system, follow it, and it will duplicate itself. Wow, Jam says it's 3 a.m. in Australia.
Wow, 3 a.m. That is.
Love your commitment, my brother.
All right. Thank you. Let's check one more time the chat. 3 a.m. Wallah, mashallah. All right. So Steph-wise, I'm gonna welcome her. Hey.
Hello. Hi, Ifrah. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm just sporting my new Opulence jacket that I picked up at the conference this weekend. It was super exciting to be with the team and with everyone. And what a way to close it off with a powerful call with you, Ifrah. Every time I hear you speak and share your story and share your wisdom, I always get fired up, and I'm inspired by you every single day, you know, and watching you grow these last 4 years and what the lives that you've been able to transform, the impact that you're making on a global basis. And it's just, you know, as you heard in her story, it was, you know, consistency. It was, she made a decision that she wanted to do this, that she wanted to create more in her life. And she knew that this is the right vehicle for her. So I want to say congratulations to you, my dear, for all of your success. You know, you inspire me as well as you inspire thousands around the world in your community and in our company, the Opulence Nation. For the lives that you touch, it's been an honor to work alongside you, to watch you flourish into this powerful, powerful businesswoman, a force to be reckoned with. And I have no doubt, inshallah, that you will achieve your dreams and the goals and every target that you set your mind to, because you have that conviction and that passion that is so rare to find in this world today. And I just want to acknowledge you for that. And thank you for sharing your wisdom and your inspiration once again today, my dear. I appreciate you.
Thank you, my soul sister. Love you. I'm so jealous of you all the way right now there, rocking that. Did somebody pick a jacket for me too?
We did. Oh my God. I almost split my mind. I didn't. Sorry, my friend. Don't worry. The next sale, they're gonna have February. You're gonna grab it at that time. All right. Who else has a question on their hand bots? Let's see. The Qadra then Amun. All right, the Qadra Ali.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Ifrah.
Alaikum salam. Welcome, dear.
Okay, hi to you guys. First of all, Rahma, I know you've been awake really, really late last night. So, girl, kudos to you for getting up.
I know.
Well done. Well done. I have to recognize Steph and how she said, inshallah. Girl, you sound so Arab. How did you make that? She sounded good, right? When she said, inshallah, I was like, woo, Steph, go you.
I've practiced a few times, my sister.
Girl, you are amazing. It's just how you slide that through, girl. You caught me off guard. And so, Ifrah, my question to you is, if you felt it, well, you haven't, but let's say you fell off the grid, what would be the grid? And you're not doing as well as you started off. What's the best? What advice would you give me to basically come back strong?
Wow, great question. Great question, Mrs. Singh. I think our amazing upline, Stephanie, would be so amazing at this. I've heard her pick people up all the time because we haven't had a lot of experience in that. Really, because I'm brand new, right? I'm a new baby still at this. Maybe, Steph, you can help me with this question, my sister. I know you're always up to help. How can we, advise Qatra or anyone else out there who started really, really strong, but is not able to keep up? What advice do you have, my dear? I'll flip it back to you, Steph.
I just have a short minute because I'm in the process of leaving my hotel room. Here's what I'll say. You always have the choice to press a reset. What you did in the past doesn't matter. Your previous success, your previous failures, what you achieved, what you didn't achieve, all those stories we tell ourselves doesn't matter, because what we have is right now. So what I would say is, whatever you can do to keep yourself, to get inspired again, decide to press reset and just and set a target for yourself and just press that reset button. Like, you can always start fresh. And this is, coming from someone who, I've done this a few times in 10 years. It's just like anything. We go through highs and lows. We have, the roller coasters. Our CEO says, like, there's going to be peaks and valleys where sometimes things are going really good and sometimes they're not. And when they're not, or when you feel stagnant or you feel stuck, is when you need to plug in and connect with the people who inspire you. pick up the phone, send a message in your My5 and just say, hey, who's got some time to have a call with me? Whoever inspires you, reach out to them, have that call, make a strategy session and press reset. And that would be my best piece of advice. I hope that helps.
Wow. Didn't I say? Absolutely. It's helping me, right? To what I love about Steph, this is why I honestly believe she is by far, for me personally, the best leader out there, because she's very vulnerable. She shares those things during our team calls. Because guess what? I may not be going through it today, but tomorrow when I'm going through it, guess who I'm going to reach out to? Is Steph, and she's going to be there to pick me up, right? So thank you for sharing that with my sister. All you have is today. Forget what happened before. All you have is today. I love it. I think we have 2 more people, their hand up. I don't know if there are questions, but I know Catherine asked another great question, which is, do you have any low moments at Opulence Global? Are there days when you're not managing to meet your own targets? I love it, Catherine. I love it. Of course, as a human being, all of us have that time where we're not as motivated. Rahma talked about it earlier, right? So how do I pick myself up? Very simple. I look back at my why. Why did I get started, right? Why do I do what I do? Remember, it was never about me. I had a comfortable government job, right? It was never about me. So what I would ask you to do, Catherine, when that happens, is go back to your why. Our CEO always says, your why has to make you cry. What is your why? Is it worth to give up today before you reach it? Or is it worth to continue because you're already on the road? You're already on the path to get to your why, right? So that is my advice, my sister. When you have those days, now the question is, are there days when you are not managing to meet your own targets? Again, yes. However, you gotta find that fuel. Jim Rohn says it best. He says, the only way to enjoy a meal is to be hungry first. That's right. If you're not hungry, are you gonna enjoy your next meal? No. So where do you find that hunger? Is to go back to your why. Why did I get started? We all get started for a reason. So that is my humble advice to you, my sister. Back to you, Rahma.
Wow. Amazing. The question I keep coming on. That's amazing. All right. Anybody else on the chat has a question? Not yet. Let's go see if there's a hand. We're gonna take Amun and Rhoda. All right. We don't wanna any guests and that has question, they can also type it up, or anybody else.
Hello, my Opulence Global team. I'm waving you from here. Saying hi to Ifrah, Stephanie, Rahma, and all of you. I saw all the beautiful energy at Toronto. I'm so proud of you, all of you. I couldn't attend because of work purposes. I had to stuck, at work. But I'm so proud of you, and I congratulate you all the, participation, and you all represent us, whoever couldn't show up there. I'm so proud of you, and Ifrah, all your energy is amazing from day one. What else can I say? They all said it, and I agree on all their, acknowledgement. You're an amazing person. You never give up from day one from your decision. You just keep on the same, target. And I'm so proud of you. Keep it up the good work, and keep giving us the motivation and all that. Sorry, I don't have enough time, but I just wanted to say hi to everyone, and Shukri Sharaf and others, all my team who were there. You guys, you rock. What else can I say? Thank you all.
Thank you, my sister Amal Artan. It's so good to hear from you. That's one of our amazing leaders all the way in Ottawa. She's actually a nurse. I love it. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for saying hi. Rahma, back to you, my sister. I know we're running out of time here.
Yes, I know. I have to check it out. Sorry, guys. I know the question are nice to have 2 hours, 1 hour and a half long, but we might have to cut short. Unless I'll take one more for hands.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
I'm
say
actually
I know.
on the line. I'm gonna just turn off my camera. So I'm gonna take Rhoda. Renee is also on the line. Alrighty. Okay, actually, if you, we're gonna take the questions, then we're gonna welcome Renee to say a few words.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. Hi everybody. Hi Ifrah. Hi Rahma.
Welcome.
I don't want to say much because we're not have a time. The question is I want to ask you, Catherine already did. So I'm just gonna ask you one specific question. You know, when we have our like goals or like plan or we're trying to achieve something, we always have like hard time or like ups and downs. So I want to ask you, what it's something like one specific thing that pushes you up all the time, like something that you look up to, be like, oh, like something that you look up to all the time that doesn't make you give up. And the other question is, what any advice that you will give me as a Rhoda? Thank you.
I love it, Rhoda. Thank you. Thank you. That's our amazing 20-year-old lifestyle advisor all the way in the US. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Oh, and we have our youngest millionaire in the house. I love it. Okay, so Rhoda, the first one I already answered, my sister, which is my why. That is what continues to fire me up. I can't say it any better. So dig deep, Rhoda, and ask yourself, what is it that pushes you? We all have a hot button, something that pushes us, right? Your next question about what advice do I have for you? And this is actually what I wanted to leave off with, but since we're running out of time, I'm glad you asked. An advice I have for you. This is the, I always, when I talk about this, I like to use analogy because most people like a point of reference. The way I look at our amazing opportunity, our Opulence vehicle, right, is this. Say today, Rhoda, I come to you, right? And I take your hand and I say, Rhoda, I'm gonna show you something that I think you're absolutely gonna love. And you come with me and I bring you to, let's say, a well, okay? A well. And I say to you, Rhoda, in here, there is very, very, very expensive diamond. All you have to do, and it's all yours, it's all yours. Yes, it's all yours. All you have to do is dig. Let me ask you this, and I will ask every single person here. What would you do? What will you do? You're standing right there. It is all yours. It's guaranteed. All you have to do is dig. What would you do? I want to hear from you.
Dig into it. I'll dig into it.
Yes. Dig. That is how I look at opportunity. Yes. That is how I look at it. Just dig. You're already there anyways. Just dig. And here's the best part. You get to decide how much you want to dig. It's earlier someone said when they think of opulence, they think of unlimited potential. That's right. It's unlimited. Remember, our compensation plan allows you $3.12 million a year. That doesn't even include all the perks. It's a $4 million opportunity. That's right. $4 million opportunity. You get to decide how much of that you want to get. This is why we say, come and capture your market share. So that is how I look at it, my sister. Every single day, I ask myself, you have a $4 million opportunity in front of you. Are you going to go out there, dig and get your share, or are you going to sit there and watch Renee dig his share?
I'll be digging in for sure.
Your share. Marianne is going to dig your share, right? Everybody here. So I say to myself every single day, I'm gonna dig. So that is my response. And now let's hear from our youngest millionaire. What an honor to have him on the line.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
Thank you, Ram. Again, thank you, Ifrah. Again, fantastic leadership cocktail. I really enjoyed hearing, again, your story, your triumphs, you know, of course, your up and downs. And I think this was really funny when your manager asked you, you know, are you sure you're not going through some mental, you know, state of depression, or, you know, are you sure you want to quit your job, man? Of course, you know, I just love that response. And kudos to him for being supportive of you in doing that. And I just, you know, it's interesting because I recall a long time ago a story that might help the question that was just asked just now. about how do you get through those times when you're having it rough. And I love again the example of digging in that well. And I recall it's actually a true story. So back in the gold rush days, and so in the USA, they had these gold rushes, and people would actually go there and travel from miles away to go and dig, for the hopes of, coming across like this gold jack mine, whatever, a gold mine. And there's one particular case where everyone was digging. They digged really deep, and long story short, one person they just dug about, it was like 3 feet too short. So the next person came in, digging, just happened to dig a little bit deeper. It was literally like 2 or 3 feet. So imagine just digging 2 or 3 feet more, and that site ended up becoming one of the biggest gold mine reserves in the States, right? So just a few feet shy. And I think one thing about the business that I want everyone to understand is, we all have up and downs, right? Ifrah has gone through enormous up and downs. Ram has gone through up and downs. We all do. And I guess the way I also look at it too is, well, we go through up and downs, not just in business, but in everything that we do. If I asked you, do you have up and downs in your family? We all do. Parents, siblings. Do you have up and downs in your relationships with your partner, right? Do you have up and downs in your job? Do you have up and downs on a daily basis? We all do, right? We are human beings. Our minds go through things, right? But you never ever, like the thought in the mind, you never think, oh, that I can quit. You don't think, despite up and downs in my family, I'm going to quit my family. You don't think that. You don't think, despite how things are going in your job, I'm just going to quit my job, because that thought doesn't even go through your mind, because you can't ditch your family, you can't ditch your job, or how you're going to pay the bills. Perhaps especially in marriages, right? Marriages, no, we're not talking about dating. You can decide to find another girlfriend or boyfriend, that's fine. But I think once you decide to get married, right, and you made that decision, hopefully you're not thinking too much. You want to quit your marriage, but usually the first thought is, I'm going to figure it out. Right? I'm going to find a way to handle things. And I want to encourage everyone here to adopt that same mentality for your business. If the thought itself never ever will occur to you, because you decide today that I'm going to put the stake in the ground, I'm going to plant my flag, and from this moment forward, I will never have a second thought of quitting. And every thought you have from now on is, how can I get better? How can I build? Try the new thing. Keep trying. Because that's what you do with your family. That's what you do with your children. That's what you do with most things in life. Is you don't think about quitting. I think it's really important to have that in your mindset, because the next time a challenge arises or you're at a down point in your business, you're not thinking of the easy way out. You're not thinking of quitting. Instead, you're thinking, how can I get through this? Now you're becoming a problem solver. Now you're thinking, how can I get better, or how can I reduce problems? And I think that's a really key attribute you want to have in this business. And it's definitely, if you look at all of the leaders and the people who are having success in the company, one thing in common is they don't even fathom that thought of, should I stop? I'm sure if I had her up and downs, never once has she thought, I'm going to take my foot off the gas. If anything, she probably works harder and harder, gets louder and louder, more emotional. I don't have her power of emotions. She has this thing with her voice that she can become like this huge speaker. But she's, again, my whole point though is, you just can't give it up, because as she said, if you do, then what? Then you're back to square one. And sometimes, like Ifrah said, your why, maybe what you have to do is make it bigger than yourself. What do I mean by making it bigger than yourself? It means that you're not thinking of just doing it for you. Because if it's on you, then you don't care about yourself. Sometimes you might want to quit, but do it for someone that you love, like, for your children, for your spouse, for your family, right? I think a lot of us here, or building this legacy, because it can be passed down to our children. And that, I think, is a huge one to have. So I didn't want to talk for too long. If I just want to say, like, amazing and loving hearing your story this morning. And I hope that helps all of you today as well, too. Take care.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. It's always
You're
nice to, I never get bored or to say, oh, I hear Team talk. And I'm always get too excited to listen to you. Like, I never get anybody tired of listening. The most,
Thank you.
You're one of the people that I get inspired. You inspire me. Thank you, dear. Thank you. And thank you, Ifrah. And there's one question that we can close it on the chat. My sister Febronia, she asked you, what advice do you give to those of us partners who focus on money and not the process? That's an amazing question. You take that question?
I love it. I just want to say thank you to our youngest millionaire, Mr. Rene Liao. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, how often do you have a young multi-millionaire, a very successful, take the time out of his Sunday morning to join and inspire all of us? It only happens in our Opulence Nation, okay? Only at Opulence Nation. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rene. It's an honor to have you here. All right, so back to my sister. Back to my sister Fabronia's question. What advice do I have people who focus on the money and not the process? You know, for me, you know, everything in life, you know, there's actually, I talk a lot about Jim Rohn. I love his examples. You know, he said, he read it somewhere, or a wise man once said, if you take all the wealth in the world, okay, and you spread it among everybody just to equalize, it will sure go back into the same pockets it came from. What does that mean if you think about it for a second? It means unless you are willing to grow, unless you are willing to build that mindset, money won't do anything. So that money that you're after right now, or you're focused on, if you got it, but in your mindset, you're not prepared, guess what? It's gonna go like this. Yes. So that is my advice to you, my sister, is become best friend with the process, because at the end of the day, the result, it's never in your hands. Yes, it's the action, the activity that is in your hands. So that is my advice to my sister. Become best friends with the process. And the money, I guarantee you it will come. Okay, I hope that answers your question. And I think we're officially out of time.
Yes. Thank you. The other question will take another time and another day. We might have to invite Ifrah again another time, because we're not going to get enough asking questions. The question keep coming on. Thank you all, the partners and the guests and mashallah, whoever come up to ask questions, all of you, thank you. Special thanks to Ifrah for taking the time. I don't even know what time it is at your site. So whatever time it is, thank you, dear, for giving us the time. And thank you, Renee, and and thanks for tuning us whenever you're tuning in. And it's a wrap. Hopefully we're gonna see you the next call, guys. And
I see one more hand up. I know, maybe we can give her 1 minute. My sister Miriam, we have to hear from her. Miriam, welcome, my sister.
I just want to say congratulations and thank you. And the host of the one, I'm telling you, you are doing an excellent job, and you didn't sleep the whole night. So I
didn't even know what I expected. I never done, I never came to life. Zoom call. Everything, there's first time for everything. But it's not that scary though.
Thank you, Ifrah, and thank you, Renee, because truly yesterday was rejuvenating again. And Ifrah, we honor you yesterday. We salute you and we dance for you, the Somali dance. So I just want to say salute. You are right there with us. So don't worry. We got you. Salute, my sister. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Marian. Thank you. Go ahead, Ifrah. Hold. Who's it?
I love it. I was just gonna say right back at you, my sister. Thank you everybody so much. I do apologize, like Sister Rahma said, we're running out of time. We're actually 3 minutes late for our team meeting. Our team is waiting, the Somali team is waiting, and everybody's waiting. So we're gonna have to end it there. I know Rahma has to check out, so I will end it here. I wanna take the time to thank you all so much for tuning in today. Rahma, do you wanna do the closing?
No, you do, dear. Go ahead. Take the honor. You can.
Yes, I just want to remind everybody, please do not forget our next call is on Monday with none other than our Senior Vice President, Sanaz Human, and David O, our top scientist, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you tune in. Of course, on Tuesday, we have the Forensic Networker with none other than our CEO and founder, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, on Saturday, we have the live training with our amazing sales development manager, Daniela. So with that, I say to you, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and to the billion. Take care, everyone.
To the billion.
To the billion. Take care.
To the billion, to the billion,
Bye.
team.
To the billion.
To the
To the
billion.
billion. Thank you very much.
I love it. Love you all. Take care, everyone.